G'day and welcome back to the channel, Ginger Ninja's Movie Reviews. I am the Ginger Ninja and these are my movie reviews. But not just any movie reviews, no. These are my Franchise Fridays and we are looking at the Tremors franchise. Specifically this week, Tremors 2, Aftershocks, the sequel, obviously. This one came out in 1996, but before we get into that, I do want to say a big thank you to all my new and existing subscribers. Now, I know I say it every week, but I truly mean it. Thank you so much for your continued support. Now, back to what we're here for, the review. Tremors 2 came out in 1996 and was directed by S.S. Wilson. The film stars Fredward, chrisgartin, helenshaver, Michael Gross, and more. The plot, wow. How do you follow up a movie like Tremors? Well, you take Earl Bassett, who is now a washed-up ex-celebrity and is hired by a Mexican oil company to eradicate the Graboid epidemic that's killing more people each day. However, the humans aren't the only one with a new battle plan. So basically what you do is you take the existing threat and take it up a notch. You follow the sequel formula. Everything is bigger. Everything is badder. The kills are more elaborate. There are more kills. That's what you do. But Tremors 2 Aftershocks was a direct-to-video sequel, that really had its issues. The film expands on the mythology of the subterranean monsters known as the Graboids, while maintaining the franchise's signature blend of action, horror, and humor. And despite its limited budget compared to its predecessor, the movie does retain a lot of the charm and creativity that made the original the hit that it was. But why wasn't this as big a hit? Well, I will touch on that in a bit, but let's go Graboid hunting, and this time we'll see how the worms have turned.
Franchise Fridays, bring the heat. Ginger Ninja can't be beat. Reviews that slice like a knife. Horror, sci-fi, real life. Sharkmaster, jaws of steel. Critics beware, you know the deal. Vodka shots, ice cold bite. Raise your glass, scream all night. Great beard, game so strong. Legendary, can't go wrong. Vision high, eyes ablaze. Conquer all, burn the haze. Great beard, game so strong. Legendary, can't go wrong. Vision high, eyes ablaze. Conquer all, burn the haze. Monsters rise, shadows creep, midnight screams, no one's asleep. Fearless heart, stand your ground. Ginger Ninja, wear the crown.
Now, digging straight into the cast, we have Fredward reprising his role as Earl Bassett, who carries the film with a gruff charm, delivering a grounded yet charismatic performance. His reluctant hero persona feels authentic and engaging. We've got Michael Gross returning as survivalist burtgummer, providing much of the film's comic relief with his obsession over weapons and his intense, over-prepared personality. His large role in the sequel is a definite highlight. He absolutely steals the show with his over-the-top antics and military-grade arsenal. His entrance into the story injects some fresh energy when things start to drag a little. We're also introduced to new faces such as chrisgartin and helenshaver as Grady Hoover and Kate Riley. And while helenshaver is a great love interest for Earl, chrisgartin as Grady Hoover lacks the charm or depth to stand alongside Earl and Burt. His comedic timing often feels forced and detracts from key moments of the film. Now on to the directing and the writing. So this film was originally intended to be set in the land down under with a much bigger budget. However, when the previous stars, Kevin Bacon and Reba McEntire, were unable to return due to other engagements, the scripts were loosely rewritten And the budget was dropped from 17 million to 4 million, and the production was handed over to the direct-to-video division. This explains why this film wasn't as successful as the original. That's a significant budget drop. However, it doesn't change the fact that this is still a wildly, entirely entertaining and fun follow-up to a great movie. The plot is more straightforward and it lacks the narrative complexity and environmental intrigue of the original. Without the fresh mystery of discovering the Graboids for the first time, the sequel occasionally feels like a rehash with a few surprises thrown in. And much like the first movie, Tremors 2 doesn't take itself too seriously. There's a campy joy in watching characters navigate increasingly absurd situations. And the humor balances out the monster horror. The film never veers into parody, instead leaning more into its B-movie roots with self-awareness. And that's one thing I do really enjoy about these films. They never, well, so far, they never take themselves too seriously. And I mentioned there would be surprises with this, and that's, with the Graboids evolving into a new threat. The Shriekers, smaller but more dangerous monsters that can hunt via detecting heat. This is, a fascinating turn because originally they were hunting via sound, now heat. It also creates a lot of plot holes by changing the worms into these other creatures. Maybe we'll get answers in later sequels, I don't know. But it's a huge plot hole as to why these things have A, just all of a sudden reappeared, and B, why are they evolving so quickly. So now on to the effects. And look, given the film's lower budget compared to the original, Tremors 2 makes clever use of practical effects and very limited CGI. We all know my thoughts on CGI. The Graboids still look great, and the Shriekers are, they're good. They look good. They're well designed. Some of the effects, though, haven't aged gracefully. The decision to evolve the monsters keeps things fresh, though purists might miss the simpler, tension-filled encounters of the first film. The physical effects of this still hold up, and they look great. That's still the same with the first one, like I mentioned, but the addition of CGI with the Shriekers, while I understand why, it does not hold up too well. That being said, I've seen a lot worse, and this one still looks okay. Now on to rewatchability, and look, this is a fine follow-up to a terrific film. It doesn't quite hit the same notes, but it is enjoyable. Fredward and michaelgross make this an enjoyable movie and expand on the lore of the creatures and their own characters, making it a fun one to actually watch. So I definitely would rewatch this one. So, final thoughts. Tremors 2 Aftershocks is a decent sequel, but it does fall short compared to its predecessor. It has some very entertaining moments as well. It's a good movie, but it's not as good as the original. It's kind of one of those ones where it can be fun in a turn your brain off and enjoy the ride way, but it doesn't elevate the Tremors series in any meaningful way. A few interesting twists, but also a lot of plot holes. Overall, for a score, Tremors 2 Aftershocks gets a 7.5 out of 10. And there you have it. That is my review of Tremors 2 Aftershocks. Now, based on the comments I got from the first one, a lot of you have seen this sequel, and subsequent sequels, we're not looking too good. But hey, we're going to get to them. We're going to check them out. But if you have seen this one, let me know what you thought of it down in the comments below, because I am keen to hear your thoughts on it. I'm sure there are a lot of theories about the Graboids and the evolution of them and where they've been, where they came from. Earl still thinks they're from outer space, but apparently not. Who knows? Maybe that changes in later episodes. I don't know. Haven't seen a lot of them, past, I think, the third one. I think I saw one where they're in Africa, maybe. I don't know. We'll get to that in the future. Anyway, look, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please do hit that thumbs up button. It'd be much appreciated. And of course, subscribe to my channel if you've made it all the way through listening to me ramble on about this film. You might as well hit that notification bell, so that way you're notified every time I do release a new Franchise Friday review. like I said, we are going through the entire Tremors series. We will get there. I will pop a new community poll up in the community page to let you guys know what I'll be doing for the next Franchise Friday. I'm looking at something very different, so could be a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.
In the shadow sharp as a blade, 60 seconds in like a fast-paced raid. The energy is breaking down the plot. Vodka shots, taking aim at the big shots. Jesse Tuesday spilling on the dust. Franchise Fridays stepping in like a boss. Master of the sharks riding the waves. Critical eyes sending films to their graves.